All right. Hello, hello. Do you guys have audio? You guys aren't even... Give me a second. Give us a second for technical difficulties.
We've been trying.
Okay. Let's see if that worked.
Hello?
Aha. I think that did work.
It worked.
It worked.
Yes.
Yes. Can you guys hear anything?
I hear you and Lemur.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can only hear.
Yeah, and I'm starting to get an echo too. Give me a second.
Yeah, chat says that I can hear, which is good.
That is good. Let me just make
Yes,
sure really quick.
It's really weird.
I have no idea. Set you're off. Oh, hello.
Hello, pupper.
Should be going there. Give me one more second to try to configure one more thing. Alright.
Yeah.
Did that change anything?
No, not for me. I mean, Lemur.
Yeah, it's the same for me, but is there sound happening in the game?
I believe there should be sound happening in the game. Please, someone,
in chat confirm
please
if there's
confirm
the music and stuff from the game. So we know that you guys can hear it, which is good.
Please. Okay.
There is sound from the game. Good. Well, I think that's the most important part.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly is going on, but you guys want to talk again, please?
Meow, 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 meow.
And there is an I don't understand what's going on. Give me just a second. So, for those of you who have no idea what is like why we're having issues, I have swapped out my headset. So, let's see. Oh, I know why that's doing that.
Oh?
Okay. Back to the drawing board on that.
Which is okay.
Okay, so that...
We have survived this long.
That is not it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, can you guys still hear game audio in the chat?
It says I can hear the echo too, but so far it isn't distracting from the game.
Yeah. I've just hopefully fixed the echo.
It's an echo.
I have one other option.
No, I don't think there's echo.
Cool.
Well, I can't hear an echo. I was just being an ass.
How dare you? Okay, well.
We are so valid. Oh my God.
I hear someone's got a toy.
It's a duck.
Hey, Finn,
Okay.
what do you got? Hold on, we gotta do
voices.
Oh wait, that was Maverick. Maverick, toy review. What do you got? You got tennis ball? Is that what you got? You got tennis ball? So they have. How many do I own? Like 3 or 4 of the exact same banana toy.
Is it
that
still
all of my
hanging up?
Oh yeah, no, they're all fine. Actually, we have one on the roof that we need to get.
Oh my god.
My dad was tossing it to them and he threw it on the roof on accident.
Oh my god.
So we got to fix that. But no, so they have there's 3. I have 3 dogs, right? Well, I have 4 bugs, but one of them does not care about toys. So she is not a part of this conversation. But I have 3 dogs who are very toy obsessed. Oh. cannot hear?
Oh no.
What?
Anna.
Hello? Come back. Hello?
Where'd Mana go?
I don't know.
Anyway, to quickly finish off the story, my dogs all just play with the one banana, even though there are enough bananas for them to all play with.
Yeah, you're back.
You're back.
Hi.
I can't hear anyone.
Oh.
But let me see if I can fix that.
Yeah, that sounds like a Discord issue. I cannot fix that, but since Lemur and I can talk to each other, I'm pretty sure it's not on my end, for once.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay.
This is what you guys are here for, right? Is to watch us go through technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Sorry about that.
Obviously.
Yay, you back?
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
I did it.
Yay! So,
Okie dokie.
I think we are ready to start. None of us
Yeah.
hear audio again, but it's not an issue with this game, so.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do our quick recap because this is stream number 2 for this game. So it's been a lot of fun playing the crackhead in the game so far. So,
His eyes were moving very fast.
Oh my
and they
God,
were very
he is-
dilated.
Like, there is definitely some cocaine. Like, this is our protagonist who decided, you know what? I'm going to be locked up for murder anyways. I might as well take a hit before going into the courtroom. So, Ryunosuke Naruhodo was on a lunch date with Samurai Esquire at Ye Old Longhorn Steakhouse when he suddenly found himself accused of shooting and killing one of his professors, beloved literary character John Wilson. I am going to read that wrong every single time for those of you who are new. Since Professor Mikotoba doesn't want to risk losing Kazuma's study abroad trip if he fails to acquit us, we acted like people and chose to represent ourselves, albeit with Kazuma as our co-counsel. And it is important to note, we are not a lawyer yet. So, that's... in the Supreme Court of Judicature, which we found out how to pronounce last stream, we face off against Prosecutor Taketsuchi Aochi, progenitor of the Pain bloodline. And let me just say, those genes were very strong.
Yes.
In a trial behind closed doors because the higher-up scapegoat us for breaking the Anglo-Japanese Friendship Treaty. The waiter Hosonaga coughed blood through his tuberculosis to give unsworn hearsay about everyone's positions in the restaurant. He mentioned that Wilson was eating alone, even though we recall a woman sitting with him. So that's sus, immediately. Our first 2 sworn witnesses are Sergeant Yes or No Sir, being piloted by the baby on his back, like Ratatouille, and an old curio collector, aka our coke dealer. The former claims they saw the moment we shot Wilson in the back, even though he was shot in the chest and we only just picked up the gun. The latter says he was too busy trying to find and sell his Meowth coin to notice. So yeah. All right. Are we ready to get started then?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Lemur, you haven't seen this. Da 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 da. How's that?
Oh my God.
Okay, so let's go ahead
Mav.
and continue.
Maverick, do you want to come sit with me? Come on.
Hi, Mav.
You know what I am saying to you. Sit down or go away.
Oh shit. Apparently, I can't put that on my lap. My controller, like, if you hit buttons, I do shit. That is the whole point of me.
Am I the judge?
You are the... yeah, so just a quick reminder. I'm playing the defense. Or really, I'm just playing Ryunosuke. You've got Kazuma and the judge, and I think the curio collector. Who played Hosonaga last time?
I was the old dude.
And I was the prosecutor and the guy who yells too much.
Yep. Who was the waiter, though?
Okay.
Was Mana the waiter?
I think so. Shit.
The waiter?
Yeah, remember that has the tuberculosis.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Okay.
I was the tuberculosis guy, I believe.
Also a lot of fun as we sit here and go, wait, what were we doing last time? Okay. I think we got this down.
It's been a week and I had a migraine in between. I'm sorry. Very well. The court invites the witness to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear? As clear as
Kiriko.
Kiriko Glass, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir.
Look at the little baby.
There's a baby in the back.
Excuse me, but there's something, or, someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think.
I'm just now gonna ask about the baby.
Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Named Ido.
I don't know, sir.
I don't know, sir.
Help.
It would seem those straps, sorry, the fucking headband.
I know.
Those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny.
Wow.
Ido. Tension. Your father is about to quell the enemy.
He's got a cousin. Look at him. I don't remember what that word is in English now.
It's so cute. A pinwheel.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was too focused on the booger, so I was just like, a booger?
a bucket.
Yeah,
Now we
well.
notice that. I can't. Your father is about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, big boy. Now I
Yeah.
can't unsee the boy.
You're welcome.
All right, the true culprit.
It's the booger. Clearly. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment that the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing.
Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was. That young lad in black. That much I myself did see.
I forgot this man turned into Yoda halfway through his last testimony.
Also, he is Chihuahua Dumbledore, definitely.
Yeah.
Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
Indeed. Alone he was, the Englishman, dining all... Wait. Himself dining by.
Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out. I don't know. We're not in a walkie-talkie, bitch, but like, okay.
The baby is controlling his father by pulling his mustache, but that booger is pulling on the baby's nose hairs to control him.
So are we saying it's the booger that is the ultimate evil?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Affirmative.
Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all.
Please, enough of these outbursts already.
But there was a woman. There was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her.
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact. I almost said photogenic. Don't laugh at me.
Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, Counsel?
Indeed, of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by the investigator immediately after the incident.
I'd like to point out this is clearly a very balanced diet. We just have a thing of meat and some wine.
Yeah,
Just
meat and wine. That's it.
And a fork that doesn't look like it got used.
Huh.
Well, I mean, it does look like a human bite out of the steak, so that's
Right?
probably how he ate it.
He picked it up with his hand, and then he just you know?
Yeah.
That's what I'd do.
That can plainly be seen. There is only one place set.
Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else.
So why is the chair turned around? Oh!
This doesn't make any sense.
The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record. Oh, excuse me.
We now have a photograph.
Mhm.
I don't understand. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman.
Waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well.
But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. I wasn't on cocaine then.
We have to disclaimer ourselves
Yeah,
for
you know.
cocaine.
It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time, after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt.
These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Taketsuchi Aoji, will have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor. I deserve a medal.
How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule.
Oh, Maverick? Oh no, Maverick! Ah!
Santori Inosuke, it's not over yet, bitch!
Maverick! I'm getting mauled. Hold on.
Are you being
Maverick!
attacked?
Hi, honey. I can't see stream, honey. You just knocked. Maverick! Ow! Maverick, I'm gonna murder you. What?
What?
Maverick, what a weirdo. If what you say is true, then there. No, Maverick. Where was I? There is something going on here behind the scenes. You freaking ham. He is laying on his back, just full like spread eagle, trying to get me to pet his tummy, and just kicking my computer out of my hands.
How dare you pet anyone?
To say, Mom, I need attention, please, thank you. I would like one attention in the size extra large. Now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination.
I don't know, Kazuma.
The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick, understood?
Chat wants a national treasure AU where Ryunosuke and Kazuma steal the Anglo-Japanese friendship treaty for the map on the back of it. Seems legit. Tisk.
But we will not use Nicolas Cage this time. Rules can be so unbending at times.
No, see, we need to use Nicolas Cage, but he just plays all of the parts.
Yeah,
You're right. That's the
that
only way to
trend
do it right.
there's that trend on I've only mostly seen it on TikTok, but people talk about like what's like one movie that like you get to keep one actor, but everyone else is played by a Muppet.
It's National Treasure, that one, and you just
Yeah.
get keep Nicholas
You just
Cage.
keep Nicolas Cage, and everyone else is a Muppet.
Oh god. Okay, I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
It has to be played the same way that. Sorry, it has to be played the same way that A Muppet Christmas Carol is played, where Michael Caine just plays Scrooge just straight, and it's not funny at all. He's just doing it real serious, and he's just surrounded by Muppets, and it's the best. That is what we need.
Amazing. 10 out of 10.
All right, the true culprit.
Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing.
We're gonna start pressing on these because I'm out of ideas. No! It's not the same thing at all! For a start, I didn't fire that gun!
We have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of the uniformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet.
I don't think so.
Consider this, defendant.
What?
Just a moment ago, I blinked.
Okay.
Did you?
Did you see it? Did you see me blink?
How could I?
And yet, it is an undeniable fact that I did blink. So, there you have it.
But I'd like to point out, it would, like, I would know if I fired a gun. What? What?
Yeah, this bullshit. Tension! The sound of the firearm rang in my ears in the very next moment. I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman.
I think that says it all, don't you?
Ugh.
And let us not forget that the antiques dealer witnessed the accused in this most incriminating position as well. Isn't that so, Korekuta-san?
It's just chihuahuaing over there. It's fine.
Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, that young lad in black. That much I myself did see.
Yeah, it may be true that I was holding the gun at that point in time, but I've told you already, that's only because I picked it up off the floor.
Well, obviously, as the culprit, that's the only way you could explain it away.
I had just finished drinking my coffee, and I was about to leave the restaurant when I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. And at exactly that moment, a gunshot rang in my ears.
Is this entirely necessary? Can you go fight with your grandma? Grandma's in the other room. Go fight. Oh, nope. Grandpa's home. Oh, shit. Jesus. Full of events beyond our control, life is.
Sorry? What do you mean?
In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament. Why are you gotta use words like that in phrases? Whereas, conversely, I failed to pick up the Koban from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result. Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you. Yeah, that's right. Meowth coin. Thank you. With pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner.
Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there.
Nope.
As you have been at pains to point out time and again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman.
Ugh. If only there'd been more people dining there at the time. Then someone else would have noticed her.
And sorry, my children are being very distracting. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. A quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant.
I know. Of course the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect.
Sir, guys, Maverick. Hey, Maverick, get your sister's head out of your mouth. Maverick. Maverick, that's her collar. Hold on. Excuse me. He's 2 and is not listening to his mother. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of time. In terms of a time to eat. Leia. I wonder if there's a reason why the victim was eating all at that time of day, and why he was alone.
It's okay to treat yourself sometime.
No, okay. Chat's like, I would not put it past Ace Attorney for the plot twist to be that while Kodekuta was crawling on the floor, he slid the gun over to where Ryunosuke found it. Seems legit.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason.
There was?
This was found on the victim's jacket pocket.
What is that, Counsel?
It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant.
So this bitch literally went to the doctor and then went, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself and eat only meat and drink wine.
Yeah. That's what I'd do. He was in it alone because this takes place before the sign of the 4 where he met his wife Mary. Yes. Absolutely.
Hota?
Yeah, hold that.
Hota Clinic? Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th November, noon to past 1 p.m. Very day of the incident.
Well, yeah, that's why we're talking about it.
Yeah.
So, the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. We so nosy on this man's life. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case.
I wonder, what do you think, Ryunosuke?
Well, it is hard to see how it could be related, really.
Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence. Oh, if you think it could be useful.
Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report card to be submitted as evidence or not?
Yeah.
I don't see why
the hell not?
Yeah.
Because why the hell not?
If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. Yes, please, call on me. Please.
I feel like considering this is a tutorial case, that we should do that, you know? I just had to put that thought together, because it's like, well, why not? Like, we're making sure we know how to.
True that.
On what grounds?
Because I want to.
The court has already heard a conclusive evidence. Witness testimony. Sorry, additional evidence. I got ahead of myself. Would be extraneous. Also, I have this weird feeling to just grab a fan and mimic this man right now. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to this arrival at the restaurant are of no concern.
Objection!
Holy shit!
Whether or not they are of concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues.
I beg your pardon?
Stop being a bitch.
You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Bitch. Very well. The court will grant the defense's request.
I love the judge's beard. I don't think I ever said that, but I love his beard. And I respect him very much, much more than the other judges. I don't know why, he just looks like he knows what he's doing. Anyway, Tisk.
Are you biased against Canadians? Is that what's going on here?
No, I'm just saying his epic beard has like layers. And I don't know why that makes him look extra powerful and pointy. Anyway.
Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend.
Oh, how dare we?
Oh no, not our rights. Oh,
Maverick,
that's
wait.
terrible.
It's okay, Penny. Hold on. Sorry, I'm having a dog issue.
Not me getting war flashbacks. I'm like, oh, I know certain people who say the same thing. Not gonna name any names, but I know some, and I'm like, ew. You a bitch. Anyway, certain politicians, let's just... Anyway.
Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record.
All right, we got the victim's medical report card.
What we need right now is new clues. Things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first.
Right, I hear you.
You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you'd like, but it's the day after the festival already for you. Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt.
Dude, you gotta be much better at your job to have the amount of confidence that you have.
Yeah.
Feel free to reiterate for the accused Korikutaka-san. Oh wow, my tongue is everywhere. I'm trying to do a lisp, but it's not working.
Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself.
Yes!
So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone.
That I did. Forgive me for the position I place you in.
So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? And let us not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well. As can clearly be seen, there is only a single beefsteak on the victim's table, a meal for one.
No.
Shit.
The antiques dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before.
Are in cahoots.
It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why?
If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea.
Probably to protect that woman. Whoever it was. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out.
Yes!
Why aren't you telling the truth?
What? What did you say, cadet?
I clearly remember. There was a woman sitting across the table from the professor. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed, but for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible.
Unfortunately for you, Defendant Naruhodo, it's not just a case of these two witnesses alone.
Sorry?
The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone.
That's right.
Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent, yes, of this phantom lady.
But I...
If such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof.
Did anyone else take a selfie?
Yeah.
And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time.
There's nothing I can say to that.
How do you read this?
To confirm their testimony, we have the woman you claim to see eating with the victim, who insists she never ate with him.
Yes.
Excellent work. I can't even say the English words today. Excellent work, Ranosuke. We've gleaned some new information now.
Well, yeah, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light.
I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before.
Oh, you mean this?
Yes. This is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail.
How exactly?
You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. I love this part where it's just like, let's break the immersion. Go back to the tutorial. You'll notice that some pieces of the evidence bear a magnifying glass. These are the ones that you may examine.
Ooh.
Press X, and you can take a closer look at the piece in question. Use up, left, down, right.
Just use the right stick.
Right. To rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. By using left. Pause for dramatic effect.
Gotta show that you can actually look at it.
You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues that may have been missed before. If the crosshairs start to pulsate... Sorry, that delivery though. Press X to investigate further. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card.
Let's do it.
See if there isn't something new to be learnt by examining in more detail.
All right, I'll see what I can do. I need to use RRRR and LLLL and X to inspect any areas of the evidence that look suspicious.
Lur lur. That's it's lur.
And lulululur.
Or is it?
This is fancy.
and
It says Hota Clinic on this medical report card. I hate clinics, almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries.
All right.
Mood.
Cool. Aren't they all the same? I just realized. I was like, it doesn't say me.
When I was 5, I caught the only cold I've ever had in my life. And I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arm. Ugh. I'll never forget it. Never in my whole life I had to get one shot.
Only one shot.
Most people would give their right arm to have had only one cold in their whole life.
Amen.
I think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. For clues, we don't want to miss anything.
Okay. Medical report card required for every visit. Okay, so let's... Ooh! We have a folded page. I don't know why I can't open this damn... Oh, I can't open it up. Fancy.
Hopefully we'll be able to open it.
Yeah.
Have a look. This is some kind of medical history. And there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction... extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Oh.
I don't think he was eating steak then.
No.
Extraction of molar. You mean he had a tooth taken out?
Yeah, why are we eating steak?
Topical anesthesia too. Oh. It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. Finnegan? I swear to God. Hi. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief.
Yeah, I've heard of this anesthesia. Although, it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain.
There's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until the anesthetic effects have passed.
Really?
Sounds like information worth bearing in mind.
Alright. We have updated our information. With this new information, the meaning of that one particular statement totally changes.
So, I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you?
Definitely.
I love how, like, it's implied that you two are just, like, perusing this thing. It's like, oh my god. And, like, totally ignoring everybody else. You know what I mean?
We're just like,
You know what I mean?
hold on, we gotta look at this together.
Right. Just, like, whispering to each other. And everyone else is just, like, standing and staring at you guys like, what are they talking about? Like, damn.
Yeah. Indeed, alone he was.
Standing on by himself. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what we have to... I think
Press
this
on
is the
here.
one that we have to press. Yes! Trying to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you must have noticed there's a lady there. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. You're a liar or some shit. I blinked once.
Early test, 2 p.m. Blah, 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 blah. There was a reason why he was doing it. Because he went to the doctor and had a tooth removed. Very day of the incident, yes. Okay, well apparently that wasn't it.
Yes!
You saw that. He was dining alone. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you think you have incontestable evidence. Although now we know this man was definitely not biting into that steak with his bare teeth.
Mm-hmm. It's impossible.
I have no idea. Okay, well, apparently I'm just gonna...
Yeah, we're just supposed to present the medical thing.
We're just gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Mr. Judge, well, I think,
About what are you wittering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer?
oh, I wish I could.
But a lawyer, you do.
First and foremost here, I'm the accused.
Ryanosuke? Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it.
Thanks, Kazuma.
Thanks, babe.
I could see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. You raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully. You knew exactly what you wanted to say.
You noticed me?
Senpai!
I noticed you! Oh my
Senpai
god!
noticed me?
You're good at raising your hands, Ryanosuke. I like that. Very good. Very good.
God. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking.
I feel like this is horrible advice to do in a courtroom, but alright. And, thanks for the advice, Senpai. I'll raise my hand more often.
Nice. Oh, look at him. He's doing his darndest.
Korei-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim.
Ah, I see. And I don't see. What of it, boy?
Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement, you're full of shit. Something clearly doesn't add up.
Objection!
Clearly.
Dear me, have you forgotten my word so soon, you amateur?
Sorry, what?
Every time this man speaks, I feel like a Mandark.
You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel.
But...
Let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant.
Ugh. But that's,
Remember, Ryanosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point.
Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is no need to prolong this trial further. Say he's guilty as hell. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil who...
this medical report card has nothing to do with the case? Do you really believe that?
What? That outburst have petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant?
Perhaps because Hotta Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic.
Dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted?
What's this now?
And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating?
Huh?
Just what are you trying to say, Cadet? You had orders not to eat, so what?
It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off.
What? No, that can't.
Korekuta-san,
What boy? What?
Well, he got both eyes open right now, and he's listening actively.
as you just heard, when he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all.
Oh. No.
No.
Additionally,
There's more?
you have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case
Snap. Grrr.
because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic. Oh yeah.
Ooh, we nailed it.
Expertly done, partner. Jesus.
Thanks, senpai.
Objection!
What is this nonsense? You little upstart!
Bitch.
These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. You can clearly see the plate of food on the victim's table.
Objection!
Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic?
Get you a man that look at these two, the way they look at each other, you know what I mean? Anyway,
How dare you?
I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned.
looks like the
See
tables.
myself.
That's
have
like
turned.
CSI Miami, like,
Yeah!
take off the glasses, yeah.
Dun 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 dun. Looks like the
Oh,
tables.
looks like the turns have tabled. Wouldn't you agree, Rihanna? Okay.
Yes, most definitely.
So, having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Have you ever tried eating after you got a tooth removed? Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beef steak? Told you, Irene Adler. The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel?
Counsel? Oh, that's me, doesn't it?
You were doing your best, sweetie.
All right. The answer to this question is gonna be pivotal.
I just, like, you said all right, and I went way back to, like, Matthew McConaughey and Magic Mike's. Oh, all right.
All right, all
Damn
right.
it. For context, whenever I say the word "all right," the way that I hear it is how Linda Belcher says it in Bob's Burgers. All right. Anyway, this is the start of you turning this trial around. So then show them what you're made of.
Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been, was it the victim himself? Was it me? Was it the two witnesses? Or was it an as yet unknown third party?
Third party.
It's us.
It's clearly me. I decided to go and eat the steak
I love
on
the
the
steak.
table.
Seems really good.
Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table.
Objection!
You will not let this go, will you? There's no such person.
Yes!
There was, because I saw her.
When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. So riddle me this, Batman. Yet, we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it.
I'm Batman?
We have strong evidence to support our assertion.
We do?
Assertion?
Yeah.
Assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. Like if you ask Maverick if he took the cookie. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, Katana.
We will katana you to the floor.
You will face the wrath. My sword.
Seems legit.
We will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly.
Ryunosuke's face is like, we will? Huh?
We will?
Kazuma.
Are you insane? Or on crack? One of those. You would take on the government?
Senpai. For me?
Hot.
Don't worry,
That's
Council.
hot.
I have no issue with you.
What do you mean?
Duh.
I have issues with them. Those two witnesses in the stand.
What are you
What are you-
talking about?
I forgot it.
I don't know anymore.
I don't even know. Just read together. That'll be fun.
Mhm.
We have
should be
demonstrated.
Those twins that say stuff at the same time.
Yeah. We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously, you will be charged with perjury.
I think this is the first time we've ever heard this said in a Phoenix Wright game.
Perjury in a Phoenix Wright game?
And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Oh, my iPad, it fell over.
Oh no.
Complicit in murder? No!
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 No! It was the baby! I accused the baby! I mean, negative!
What are you doing, Maverick?
There was no mention of this in the tactical meeting. I was just following orders. And so was the baby. From the baby and the booger, apparently.
The baby's booger. Lay down, Maverick. You gonna help me with this part? That's right, as the man says. You wanna read? Mom, I don't know how to read. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told us. Oh.
What?
Start shaking like a chihuahua.
What did you just say, Korekuta-san?
Oh. And now?
I gotta hide behind my bong.
He became an even more chihuahua.
No, I didn't say anything out loud with my mouth.
You were just following orders?
Gonna read this one, Maverick? No, okay. Now hold on, lad. I was,
I swear to God, if that baby turns into Boss Baby, I'm out. I'm out.
I wouldn't put it past the Phoenix Riot.
I'm out, yo.
Boss Baby.
I do not want this to become Boss Baby. I swear to God.
You're gonna manifest Boss Baby.
I do not want to manifest Boss Baby in this game. Please. Please don't. Alec Baldwin, please don't. Anyway.
God. Say you never saw the gentlewoman?
The gentlewoman.
Irene Adler. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean someone you lied about? You saw the victim with a lady from overseas?
What?
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? These witnesses give false statements?
Yeah.
Is it true, you pair?
Just one. Just one simple slip of the tongue.
Gotta get my own.
That was great. I love that.
Order, counsel. Explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. We telling the judge or the prosecution?
Excuse me?
Okay.
Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this.
Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut?
Well, oh my God, the baby.
The baby. Oh,
Dad,
I'm
tell the
being
truth.
harassed. This is
Dad, tell the
classified.
truth.
Oh shit, fuck. my
Me and my brother want
mustache.
So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you?
You wouldn't can be happening.
Technically, the baby's also a conspirator. Rinosuke,
You're right.
judging from the way they're reacting to this,
Yeah. Oh. Oh. I'd say. Wait, that's
Nope, that's
Kazuma.
it's me.
That's you.
I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. Maverick, can you not have your snoot on my computer? Thank you. However, snout.
Oh, that's Kazuma still. Shit.
Oh God, I just assumed it was Ouchie. I don't believe Ouchie had any idea about it.
What are you
He's
saying?
sweating.
I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could have only been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose.
Or Mom.
Jeff Bezos. Oh no. Or Zuckerberg. Yeah, Zuckerberg.
Yeah, there we go.
Definitely Zuckerberg.
Facebook. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit.
So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut.
The baby.
Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. What?
But
The same. No, I read it weird too. You ain't alone.
They is right there, and it saves you 2 words.
yeah.
It's right there.
But how? How can we possibly?
Remember how we made progress before?
Before?
There we go. Sorry. Stream cut out on me for a second, and I was like, "Uh-oh, gray screen of death." We're fine. We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have. Now, is it? Is it, Maverick? He's just sleepy. He does not give a shit. Because I keep scratching him, he does not care. We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed.
I mean, the baby has been acting sus, so
Obviously, the baby is high ranking in the government.
yes. Boss
There's no time to lose.
I hate it here.
I
gonna
want
manifest
answers.
Boss Baby.
Ooh, I can look at my thingy.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's pretty. Hello.
You got a number and everything. Wow.
My personal student number is engraved on the back here. If you lose your pin, they won't accept you as a UMA student at the university. You may not come in, they say. Of course, you can get a new pin made if you just tell them your number. I've actually lost mine twice already, but I still don't know my student number by heart. I always say to myself, I mustn't forget to write it down somewhere. But then I forget not to forget that. Dude, that's a mood. I've been there before.
Yeah.
Me.
Alright, so theories.
Theories?
Theories as to who did it.
The baby.
The baby. I mean, it would make sense if the government at least... I think the least, tinfoil hat answer that I can think of is that the government came up with this and told them to be quiet so that way they could just finish the case quickly and wrap it up and just pin it on us and move on. So that way it's not going to, potentially damage their relationship.
Yeah.
With
Especially if the
English.
woman is English.
Yeah. She could be a diplomat.
She could be.
Ouchie is the culprit.
Here,
There we go.
Ah, the symbol of UMA University. Every student wears this pin with pride. It's funny, but most emblems seem to be either round or rectangular. I like this spike design, even though it doesn't really make any sense. Although, it does cause problems. Lots of students end up cutting their fingers on their badges. Perhaps it was the idea of one of the founders. A sharp
Like a
pin
paper
for a
clip?
sharp mind or something.
I don't think that's how it works, but okay.
I don't know. Okay, so our postmortem report, John H. Wilson, male, British, time of death 19th of November, shortly after 2 p.m. Single bullet fired at close range, fatal hemorrhage from pectoral ballistic trauma, no exit wound, bullet did not pass through the body. Okay, well that didn't help me.
Got shot in the boob.
We do have the boob shot here.
The poop. God damn it. Now that's what we're calling it. Yeah, that's what we're
the
calling
boob
it.
shot.
Yep, that's what we're calling it. that's canon.
That's clearly the thing. We have this wine bottle that we now know he couldn't have drank from. Okay, the waiter's business card.
Business.
Oh.
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 Oh. Inspector. Oh. Eh? Oh.
Well, that's unexpected.
What is?
Look, do you see that it says the witness's name here? Oh.
You can do it.
Satoru
Satoru.
Hosonaga?
Yep. Yeah. Perfect. Well, yeah, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point.
It's not the name that is unexpected, it's his job title. His job title, Maverick.
Oh. Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau.
Got punched in the face. Sorry.
Oh no.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I just got sucker punched by my dog. Inspector.
Inspector? What on earth?
Oh, not me. Got excited. Dazed and confused. Maverick, stop digging in the couch. First you punch me in the face, then you start digging in my couch. I have no idea. Let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they are wielding it somehow here...
Alright, we have the waiter's business card. Alright, let's do this.
I want answers. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe.
Please wait. Your Excellency. Not boss, baby. I have no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god. I know nothing.
And what does the defense have to say about this?
How many Shinto gods are there?
A lot.
Oh,
Like,
a
lot, yeah.
Oh, okay, a lot.
Like, one of the core tenets of Shintoism is that you can have gods in pretty much anything.
Oh,
So, yeah,
neat.
like, we have a lot of them. And, like, the different shrines in Japan, a lot of them are to different gods or, what would you call them in English? Like,
Deities?
almost like we have shrines in Japan that are dedicated to certain things. So like you could have a shrine for like animals, for instance, that you could go pray at, you know, if your dog is sick, for instance. And then there are shrines for, you know, happiness and longevity and, you know.
So kind of like how like saints are, like you pray to like
Yeah.
the saint of whatever, and yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that. It's not quite like like Christianity is very much, you know, like you have one saint for this and one saint for this and one saint for this and one saint for this, etc., etc.
Yeah.
We have more like it's more tied to the shrine than the deity, but there is, you know, a holy deity that will complete your wish if you pray at the shrine.
Fun.
So yeah, we have a lot. There's a lot of different gods in Shinto. So, well, Your Excellency. Oh, no time to think. I'm just gonna have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head.
No thought, head empty, on crack.
Exactly.
No thought, head empty on crack. That's
Gotta let
moral
the
of this.
cocaine sink in. Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is Satoru
victim.
Hosonaga.
The
Yeah,
victim.
clearly. Well, clearly that would be Satoru Hosonaga-san.
Hosonaga-san. The waiter who took the stand earlier? The fuck?
Poppycock! is a fun word. What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give a false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even the head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence.
For once, I would agree with you. Hope we got the high eyes again. If that is, the man truly were a waiter.
What? If he truly were?
Come on, Ryanosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth.
You got it, bestie.
The truth that about Satoru
That's
Oh, that's not
Kazuma.
even me! Never mind. I just saw his face and I'm like, shit.
Right? That's the tricky part, is like, even though it clearly, like, yeah, just like, oh yeah, picture, perfect, it's me. Every time.
Alright, say the line so I can do a very dramatic reveal.
The truth about Satoru. Oh god, I had it
Satoru.
earlier. Satoru
Yep, Hosanaga.
Hosanaga-san's real identity as proven by this evidence.
Take that, bitch.
Yes!
God, I had it and then I
You
lost
had
it. Ha! The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything.
Sorry, Your Excellency. That's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest.
I beg your pardon?
Or, perhaps I should have said the front? Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is.
Oh boy.
You're on crack, aren't you?
So much.
Can somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say?
He's trying.
Also, Hosanaga-san sketched the plan of this restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession. His true profession.
How fucking lazy do you have to be if you are going to lie to everyone in the court to sketch it on the back of a business card that has the profession that you are trying to hide?
Yeah. If you look on the back of this restaurant map, you will see the name Maya written in blood. Judge, who the fuck is Maya?
I thought that you were going to go a different way with this, and like, if you look on the back of this business card, you will see a map detailing the treasure that lies on the back of the Declaration of Independence, but
Bringing back the national treasure. The waiter's profession, but that's surely... Good gracious. We've been bamboozled. That's right, Your Excellency.
I'm so glad someone did background check before we got people on the stand.
The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau.
Like, I'd like to point out, we probably could have strode into court today and said, yeah, I'm one of the witnesses, I'm not the accused, and probably could have gotten away with all of this.
Damn, we
Yeah.
should have.
What? The waiter is a police detective?
Crooked cop.
I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before?
I don't know, bitch, it's your witness.
The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power. Absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. The fucking headband is just so majestic. So, witnesses there in the stand.
He's like an Articuno. You know what I mean?
I can see it, yeah.
It's an Articuno.
It was in fact the waiter who gave you your orders. Was it, in fact? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Whose name definitely isn't Irene Adler.
Well...
He said he'd kill us!
Oh, shit.
Well, hello,
Oh,
sir.
shit.
Inspector Hosonaga!
I was worried something like this may happen.
Were you?
The
You didn't
moment-
try that hard.
Yeah, I mean...
The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility.
What?
So calm. With a K. Calm.
The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence.
Oh, well...
Well, now his reaction makes sense.
Yeah. Is there a problem? And the plan to the court officer at once.
Of course. Here you are.
Also, is that a scar on the judge's face or like a wrinkle?
I don't know, we'll look at it the next...
He'll-
We'll like stare at it for a bit the next time he comes up. Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card.
I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It is my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made the sketch. Megane moment. It was an unusually careless mistake.
So you mean to say you really are a detective? ...
Why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter?
He's not.
Of course! Your salary must be terrible!
Fucking idiot.
We're not gumshoe. I mean, I was working undercover.
Undercover?
Under pressure. Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant lately. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover.
Incidents at the restaurant? Ah, what kind of incidents?
The dumb kind. That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide.
Alright, where do you think that the scar is?
The bridge of his nose and then on his cheeks.
I think those are just wrinkles.
Yeah. Like, once the lag catches up and I can get a really good close look at him, it kind of looks like it could be either.
Yeah.
Mm.
Who knows? Maybe he got in a fight with a bear or something and it just swiped him across the nose.
A
Yeah.
mountain bear.
Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga. But you will elaborate on one point for the court.
Of course, Your Excellency.
We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. At the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. ... That is indeed true. Clearly, you would have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct?
Don't mind the blood. Correct, Your Excellency.
Unbelievable.
As I suspected.
Not Rona. What the fuck, Bang? What?
I'm hoping that was a flashback.
Oh. Oh, I thought I just got shot. Damn. That would have been savage.
Why do you think
By
you
the
keep
baby.
coughing up blood? It's fine.
The baby shot me in the back, and that was it. That was how we ended court today. Okay. No. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, a gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman.
So the truth comes out.
I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. It was then that I received some special orders.
Moriarty?
Special orders? You mean to say...
Yes, a Big Mac with fries. A special order. No, remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once.
I found out my superiors wanted no pickles.
They wanted no pickles in their Big Mac. It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. What if Hosonaga is Gumshoe's ancestor? Well, hot damn. We have great genes in the
Seriously.
family. Those were my orders.
But what if this Englishwoman was the killer?
I think it would be everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea.
No, I'm pretty sure it's still in my interest, but thank you.
The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered in our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the prime suspect. Well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question.
So that's the reason for all the Jesus. So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case.
But it's not right. But.
Da 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 da.
I don't want to go to jail.
Shit.
One possibility does spring to mind.
What do you mean, Kazuma?
Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. I'm fairly certain that one of them studying in the medical facility research laboratory is a young Englishwoman.
What?
You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour.
You mean...
When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it would be prudent to check her identity first.
Wow, you were the only person in this entire trial that has bothered to do that.
Damn.
Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector.
Megane. Powers activate. The Englishwoman sitting at the University of Professors' table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yume University's medical faculty. What?
What's happening here?
I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene. And ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. Wow.
The
Did
baby
that man
has
just
been-
shoved the
Yeah.
baby in the... Damn. That's savage.
He said nap time now.
It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation. But if you close your eyes...
Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point.
Yay!
Woo! But, Your Excellency! That would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send a telegraphic report to Great Britain.
Bitch, like, you're willing to send me to jail so that you can send a fucking telegraph?
Yeah.
Yes! Our own government will surely be displeased by such actions.
Calm yourself, counsel. Calm thy tits. I will not allow.
We need to use that from now on this game.
Sorry.
That was great.
Sometimes I just crack myself up. I'm sorry. I will
That
not
is the
allow
new hashtag for this game.
Yeah, calm my tits.
I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings in my courtroom.
Ugh.
Judge, calm thy tits, or thou shalt receive a boob shot like the victim.
There it is.
Is that why the judge has, like, the boob armor? Like,
Yeah,
he's
he
got
got it.
titty armor right now.
Look at him go.
Like, it's literally nipple armor. Like,
They're very big.
oh, look, you need, like, 360-degree coverage on the titties.
I can't unsee this. God damn it.
Gotta protect them titties.
We're very mature people, I swear to God.
It's fine. It's not like we all have jobs and
Yeah,
lives
no,
and
you know,
adults.
we're at least mid-20s. All of us, it's fine.
Anyway.
Dog hair out of my mouth. All right, Inspector Hosonaga. Boy,
Yes, sir. Are you done talking about your tits?
no, never. Locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency.
I can't tell
most
if it's
urgency, Leia.
Giselle or Giselle. Like, you know what I mean?
I think we
Anyway.
looked it up, and, like, the Japanese is Giseru, so, like,
Giselle.
I think it's supposed to be, like, Giselle, and they're just
Okay.
spelling it weird.
Ah, yes. Anyway, it's like my friend who named their child Jason, but spelled it Jaycen. That's unnecessary, sir. Anyway, at once, Your Excellency.
But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau.
As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly.
So, It won't be a problem?
I mean, if I don't die first.
Yeah, I was going to say, you could die on the way.
Oh yeah, this is my fist of determination. Nothing will get in my way. Not even tuberculosis.
Apparently, he's gonna have his own, like, shonen anime moment.
Yeah. God.
Sorry. Ouchie, my memories are perfectly calm, Your Honor. Goddamn. Hell yeah, dude. Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution was called the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand.
The wetness stand. Wetness stand.
A witness. Do I make myself clear? No.
Do you stand wetness? What is going on? Yes. As long as we don't say moist, we're good.
Oh, God.
Your Excellency!
We did not say that word on this stream.
Good.
The wet nurse stand? What?
Oh my God.
No.
This just sounds like we're playing telephone at this point.
Yes.
It's a fun game.
Bet.
Then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening.
Mm-hmm.
What is the 18th century version of the McDonald's play place?
The ball pit. What is our new ball pit gonna be called? Is it the oh god, what's something archaic?
Ye old hoop and stick.
Ye old hoop and stick. Oh. I'm gonna go bathe in a lot of go board bead things. Yes.
We're just gonna play kendama.
Yes.
All right. Well, this seems like a good place to end for tonight, as we keep talking about tits and the old ball pit.
The old ball pit.
Yeah, it seems like a really great thing.
So next stream is Thursday. I think it's just Mana and I on Thursday. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. I
I'm
remembered
busy.
for once.
Sorry. That's okay.
So it'll just be Mana and I. So we'll probably do some Danganronpa as shit is heating up there. But if you want to join us, I'm assuming, are you back for Sunday this week, or are we doing Tuesday again?
Let's see. We'll see about Sunday, but for sure
Okay.
Tuesday.
Cool. So keep an eye on Twitter to, or really just wait for the video to come up, because we all know that I'm not very good at updating social media.
I hate that I heard titter. I think my mind needs to.
And on that note, I do have an announcement.
Oh, yeah.
I read at the beginning of stream while we were trying to figure out our technical difficulties that during the State of the Union address, President Biden did say starting next week that if you need to order more free COVID tests from the government, they will be available. He didn't. The post that I saw did not give very many, it wasn't specific. It just said next week.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are in need of that, they will be sending out more. You will be able to order more from the government. So neat.
And as a reminder, if you have not ordered your free tests, it's free shit. Pick it up. If you can, obviously, if you're eligible. Any other announcements that we got? Anyone?
No, that's it.
No.
Cool. All right. Well, everyone keep your tits calm, and we will be back on Thursday.
Goodbye,
Have a good night.
A good time off on my part. Jesus.
Look, if I don't kill you, or if I don't almost kill you during a stream, is it even really a stream with me?
No.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Bye.
Brina.